And we're live. Welcome, everybody. It's Tuesday. Time for Ask the Shaman. I'm your host, Antonio Corianti. Anthony Golden Sunshine. It's a beautiful day yesterday. I celebrate Christmas. I'm not a Christian, but I do celebrate Christmas. And I really love Jesus. Jesus is a great teacher for me. I think that drives, what's the word I'm looking for? I think it confuses a lot of people because if I post about Jesus and things like that, like I have people say things like, they start like assuming I'm a Christian or something like that. I think that's normal, but assumptions kind of are weird things. It was just amazing yesterday. I made some posts. I put up some of my AI generated art of Yeshua and like in some other groups and things. And I had some people get off the wall and say some pretty off the wall things. So it's been interesting to say the least. So how was your holiday? Do you celebrate Christmas or man, my beard's crazy again this morning. Bed beard, I call it. I got the bed beard. So do you celebrate Christmas or what's your holidays or how's your holidays? I have no idea what our points of discussion will be today, but I will tell you that I do plan on giving away a free healing today. So if you're in need of healing, say so. And tell me what is it you are in need of healing for. And then, I'm not going to decide who wins. Spirit will. Let's see. Good morning, Anthony. Hi, Brianna. Good morning. Good morning. Hope you had a great Christmas. Thank you, Sacred Beholder. I did. I had a fantastic day. I'd say one of my favorite ones ever. And I'll explain about that in a moment. Hi, Lulu. Yeah, I would say probably one of my favoriteest Christmases ever. And I would say this has a lot to do with my Uncle Bob. So my Uncle Bob, if anybody follows my Facebook page, you may have seen I made a post the other day about a dream I had that involved my Uncle Bob. My Uncle Bob was an awesome guy. And he left his body this year. He came out of his body in August. He had a long, long battle with cancer. But he's a very strong person. So it took a long time, I think, for it all to kind of fully come apart and for his life here to end. But, that's not the end. So in August 9th, my uncle left his body. On August 12th was the first time I had an awareness of him in spiritual form. And since then, we've developed a stronger and it continues to be a stronger relationship as he's one of my guides. I'm aware, and we've talked about it, he actually has the ability to feel through me. He can feel things through me. So I'm also attracted to things that I wasn't before. You get what I'm saying? So I've always had a problem really with Christmas growing up. And it's mostly because the household I grew up in, it was a very time of hectic turmoil. It wasn't a happy thing really. Like Christmas was like a burden and a problem. And, setting up the Christmas tree, it was like something I dreaded and, usually ended up in frustration and anger from my mother. And I don't know, it just wasn't something I really, really enjoyed. And then into my adult life, it was a problem. And then also at the time being an atheist, I thought, this all has to do with religion, marketing, and which, it kind of does. But I'm religious. I'm not religious anymore in that sense, or think about it in that sort of way. But I never really liked it. My Uncle Bob loves and loved Christmas. It was his favorite holiday. He loved the holidays, but like all of them, but it was Christmas. Bobby Christmas is what I used to call him. Oh, Bobby Christmas. That's what I call him now. So Bobby Christmas loved Christmas, and he used to try to get me in the Christmas mood and get me into enjoying the holiday. I'm looking for something real quick here. Enjoying the holiday. And boy, he sure did. So he owned a couple bars, and before that he was a manager at a very large bowling arena. So he was always around people. He always liked to put on a show and all kinds of stuff. So at one point he had a pretty nice big house in a nice suburb area here of Cleveland, and he would decorate the crap out of it. It would be just full of lights, and he'd have big party, and every year was his jam. Well, I went driving around with Mary the other night and feeling he was with me. I could feel that he was with me. And then also I could feel that he could feel the lights as I looked at them. And then he started to tell me, thank you, thank you, thank you. And it was funny because what he said is the sensitivity of your nervous system and your eyesight is way better than mine was when I was in my body. So I thank you. I thought that was just so fun. I thought that was so great. Brianna says, I had a wonderful time with my family yesterday. Good. So did I. I had a great time. Good morning, y'all. Good morning, 1 million Buddhas. Was down this Christmas. I fell, so was totally out. Was down this Christmas. I fell, was totally out. Huh. What happened? I'm going to read you guys what I wrote here on my page. It's pretty good. It's a pretty neat story. So this is probably, I would say, my favorite Christmas I've ever had. It was 60 degrees here. So that was kind of weird. Ohio, 62 degrees, I think, is what it got up to. 62 degrees here in Ohio during Christmas. So that was different. I don't think I've ever experienced that before. Not in my lifetime. That was pretty cool. All right. So I'm going to tell you the story about this dream I had. Okay. I'm going to tell you, I'm just going to read the post to you so you know what it says. It says, I had a beautiful dream. My beloved uncle brought me, his name's Robert, brought me to a wondrous Christmas party at his house in heaven. It was a beautiful experience to be with him in his most vibrant form as he showed me around. He showed me the vast and beautiful lights that covered his heavenly palace with a great smile and the wonder of a child. He took me around the party, and I got to be with all the others who are no longer on this side of the veil, all of our ancestors and friends. There were so many. We danced and sang and laughed and hugged. I was in heaven. He said to me as the party ended, Tony, this is so wild. It's just like you told me. It's so wild, Tony. I hugged him so tight, and as the tears of gratitude for this man who was my hero, who is now a great spirit and guide, ran down my face, as they do now. And then he put his hands on my face and looked me into the eyes and said, Tony, I'm always with you. Always. I love you so much. Keep going. You're changing the world, and I'm going to be right here with you. I then was drawn back to my sleeping body as I awoke. I was full of joy. The following day, I received a package in the mail. His longtime best friend and business partner had secretly sent me something. As soon as I opened it, I could feel him with me. The signs always bring me such joy. Thank you so much, Nancy Curly Haydo. I'll show you what that is after I read. My Uncle Bobby loved Christmas so much in his human life. Anyone who knows him knows precisely what I'm talking about. He asked me to let all who miss him to know that he is fabulous and not to worry. Death is not the end. It is the beginning. On behalf of my Uncle Bob, we wish you all a Merry Christmas and may it be full of love. And then I asked people to share any memories they may have of him. But something really cool happened. The day after that dream I had, actually, Mary and I were out and we were driving down the road. And like my Uncle Bob, he's a spirit guide now. So I communicate with spirit all the time. And then, but often he'll jump in, he'll show up and he'll start to kind of communicate with me. And he was saying something to me about the day and something that was going on. And then I got home and in the mailbox, I could see like a package. I was like, oh, a package. So I bring it in and it's addressed to our house, but it doesn't have, oh, excuse me, a name in which it came from. And what it was is this little like clear kind of placard. And on it is a picture of my uncle, one that I posted of him recently. And then it says, although you cannot see me, I'm always with you. And it made me giggle. I was like, wow, I can see you sometimes. Like, I know you're always with me, but it blew my mind. And there's little trees with cardinals. I wonder if you'll be able to see this. Yeah, you can kind of see. It says, although you cannot see me, I'm always with you. And I just like, me and Mary both just went whopper jawed. We're like, wow, that's amazing. That's just so amazing. Well, I found out I kind of could feel it. I didn't know who sent it, but I knew it was him working through somebody. And of course, it had to be someone who was really, really close to him in life. And that was his best friend and business partner, Nancy. So it was wonderful. So thank you, Nancy. Thank you so much for sending that. That was wonderful. It's been a great holiday season, something I'm not used to. And, you know, the new year hasn't even come yet. There's still a lot to happen. Let's see. Not always into Jesus, but things are changing. Well, I think it's mostly you just don't know what it means. Read a little article about Jesus being an Essenes Jew, not an Orthodox Jew, in which they practice energy healing and mushroom. Well, Jesus, you couldn't even call him really a Jew. He didn't really practice. He went against everything they were doing. He's a shaman. That's what he was. He went around the area. He learned all kinds of things. He studied Buddhism, all kinds of things. You have to remember I have a direct connection to him, so he shows me all these things. Jesus was very much a shaman. Yeah, when people say not always into Jesus, that usually means that there's, you know, religious conditioning there. Like Jesus, Yeshua is a story about you, because he already told you when he was here, the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of God is within, and that's where you'll find Yeshua. So that's what I aim to do. I aim to teach people the truth about what Jesus is, about what Yeshua is. You know, religious conditioning has changed all that for a lot of people. And, you know, some people, it's just like the Matrix. Some people are so indoctrinated by the lie that, you know, they're willing to fight to protect it. Right. Yeah. So don't go by the little articles you read. I would tell you that. Go by your own personal connection with yourself, because that is where Jesus is. That is where Yeshua actually is, Lulu. And that's what would be my shamanic and priest and minister advice to you. Yeah, that's another thing. I am an ordained minister in my state. So I do get the chance every now and then to kind of preach at a church. Pretty fun. All right, let's see. This morning, it's the day after Christmas. How's everybody feeling this morning? I haven't had any questions yet. Without any questions, I have no fuel to continue. So what will happen is we'll just move into breath work and I'll be silent and things like that. Also, something I got recently and I've been working with for the last couple months I have tuning forks. I've been doing I had some good time with some friends on Friday. A couple of our friends came over and we sat. I had a couple energy connection healings, and then I put them in my massage chair. I use a massage chair, and I do energy work on people in the massage chair. And then I also, what I do is I use tuning forks. My preference is solfeggio tuning forks. And my two favorites are 528 and 417. And then I use these together. Yeah. So I use these. I'll use them around people in their energy field on their head. Wow. This makes beautiful, beautiful patterns in the energy field. Beautiful. Very, very powerful tools. I really enjoy. So if you haven't yet had a sound healing like that, I don't know if you have somebody where you live. There's lots of there's a few people around here that are really good. Speaking of which, I had a really cool experience. Was that Thursday? I think it was Thursday. Thursday, I got to go visit my brother on the path, my friend Hank Sedela, aka the Sonic Shaman. Him and another Paqo, another sister on the path. Her name is Cricket. Enos, Cricket O Enos, two very talented healers, gifted shamans. And what they did is they did a breath and sound event, kind of like Mary and I do. But the cool thing is, everybody's medicine's different. So it's not like the same thing. It's a different kind of thing. And it was really cool to be there and also be in the space to receive. I love to be in the space to receive. I love to receive healing as much as I like to give healing. However, it's generally I'm giving over receiving. But I got to lay there and receive an amazing form of healing. I had a very powerful emotional release. I had some friends and stuff there with me. And Mary was there. It was really cool. Small room, small group, but it was perfect. So check out the Sonic Shaman. Check out Hank Sedela. Check out Cricket Enos. I don't know if she has a page of her own or anything, but I think they do it every third Thursday, I believe. Something like that. The third Thursday of the month, I believe, is when they do their thing. I'm not sure exactly, but check them out if you're local. That's a really good place to go and have a really nice spiritual experience. It was really great. What do you think about the new year in regards to one's spirituality, specifically metaphysics? What do I think about it? Why I don't think about it? Are you asking me what is it you're asking me? Well, does it have a representation? Well, sure, for you it may. For spirit, time is illusory, so they don't really see it that way. But in the human form, we're dual, so um, it represents the shifting of seasons, right? So what is a new year? People like to do the new year, new me thing. I say do that anytime. Don't wait for a date. Don't wait for this illusory time. I mean, the human calendar is flawed. That's why there has to be a leap year. It's not perfect in any way. But what does it mean? What does the new year mean? It means to let go of the old and bring in the new. And I recommend doing this. I do this several times a year. Where I go into a shamanic practice, and I usually have some people do it with me. And then what we're doing is we're stripping away the old version. Another way we look at it in the Peruvian traditions, we do it in the summer, typically. But it's giving away, you're letting go of all the hats you wore, all the things you were in the last year. uh you know Sometimes we write that down, like what were all the hats you wore. Like I was a shaman, I was a priest, I was a father, I was a friend, I was a husband, blah 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 blah, all the hats you wear. And then what we do is we throw those out, so that way it gives us a fresh start for a new being to grow. Because often what happens is you get used to wearing these hats, it becomes part of your identification. That's the ego. The ego always seeks identification. You're none of those things. I'm none of those things. I'm not actually a shaman or any of those things. No one is. These are things that are kind of made up in our reality. That's for everybody. And I know that sounds goofy, but that's really more the truth than anything. I use the words, I use a word like shaman or priest or holistic transformation expert. I use these terms just for ease of communication is what they're for. It's not that I necessarily agree or believe in any labels. I'm not much for labels because I see labels as limits. But specifically metaphysics, you're going to have people who claim to be metaphysicians, people who claim to be metaphysical, but usually it's just marketing. Spirituality is highly marketed kind of thing. It blows my mind. It makes it difficult for like real healers like myself to be accepted by people who are mildly skeptical because they believe that all of them are these charlatans that are out there and just trying to cash in on people. What I do is very rare. Look, I do these live streams and I give out tons and tons of knowledge and wisdom and healing for free. I ask you for donations, but it's for free. These are the kind of things most other people, I know that anyone else with my skill set would probably be putting this on, a subscription-based channel and, all those kinds of things. So it's all different is what it is. So specifically metaphysical, you're always changing. The new year isn't something, this idea of January 1st being more powerful than December, what's today, 26th, it's a fallacy. You're metaphysically can change now. The metaphysical changes happen more with seasons, nature, and astrology. Also nature, placement of planets, stars, and so on and so forth. That's kind of more where the metaphysical shifting kind of occurs. Are you making up meditation for your students? Making up meditation for my students. I'm not sure what you're asking me, Brianna. Ask me in a different way. I'm not sure what you're asking me. There's supposed to be a meditation tonight. I don't know if Mary got the email out or not. We'll find out. I'm aware, right? Energies put forth by humans. I feel like there's a whole different energy in the air. Well, yeah, everything's kind of shifting big time. That's something I can tell. The last couple weeks, there's been lots of shifting. In the last, I'd say, week, there's been a whole lot of shifting where there's times I don't recognize certain points of my reality anymore. And I'm starting to find out that there is a lot of people having that. And I think it has to do with time dilation, the way that we perceive time. We got these ideas of time and it's basically run ourselves around it. But where'd it come from? Somebody invented this. And why? So that way we can kind of make sense out of something. Time. And plus, you experience this just like time flies when you're having fun. Why is that? Well, because when you're having fun, you're in a higher state of consciousness. If you're having a good time, if you're enjoying yourself, you're conscious of what you're doing. Like I can meditate and an hour can go by really fast. I can be on the show and an hour can go by so fast. Like it's almost a half hour already. That sounds goofy to me. Like if I sit here and think about time, I feel like I just got here. But that's time dilation. It's showing it to you. But, if you're having a bad time, time moves really slow, right? Having a good time, time moves faster because you're more wave than particle. Your energy field is more fluid and moving. Having a bad time, you're in pain, you're stuck overthinking, you're having anxiety, time slows down because now you're more particle than wave. You're more meat. You're more heavy body than spirit. And the thing is you're already a spirit. Now you just get to experience being in a body, which has, benefits to your growth is what it's for. This human experience is like school. It's here for growth. It's here to learn. It's here to discover. It's here to observe. That's really what it's for. We make it a whole bunch of other things. It's just because we don't know any better. But that's what consciousness is the knowing better. Having an itchy palm. It usually means abundance is coming. And that's always a good thing. Any questions, comments, or concerns? You have questions about spirituality, about energy work, spiritual things. It could be anything. Goons, goblins, angels, demons, any of those things. Let's talk about life. I'm also a certified life coach. Do you have any life questions? That's what I'm here for. I'm here to open up that knowledge for those things. I need those kind of things, and that's what the show is about Ask the Shaman. So I'll be awaiting a question. Somebody has to have a question. I'm looking forward to not tomorrow, Wednesday, but the next Wednesday. I'll be on Spiritual Odyssey of Awakening and Renewal. Soar. Come soar with us. Myself and my teacher, Don Zane Kerfman, will be on, and what we'll be talking about is the importance of ritual and ceremony for a balanced life. We'll be talking about that. So we'll be talking about what's the importance. Why do we need ceremony and ritual in our life? And that's a beautiful thing. I'm looking forward to that discussion, because those are things that I always am talking about. Is like your daily ceremony, your daily ritual to self. And that's something we can do right here. We can get into a daily ritual of self. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to honk my horn. I'm going to blow my nose. And I blew my nose. And now what we're going to do is we're going to do some breath. So bring your awareness, okay? Bring your awareness inside. Close your eyes. Bring your awareness to your navel and your belly. And what you're going to do is you're going to breathe in through your nose and let your belly rise. And out through your mouth, let your belly come in. It falls and your belly rises. And the belly falls. And belly rises. See that? That's the yawn. If you get a yawn, that means you're doing a good thing. That means you're starting to attenuate the nervous system and the vagus nerve. Mine's very sensitive, so I can get mine start to tune in about 3 breaths. Into the belly, out through the mouth, into the belly, out through the mouth. Nice sighing exhale in. 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 5 more. Fill your body with light and air. 3 more. Fill up. 2 more. And 1 more. And just relax. Just relax. Feel your body starting to become oxygenated. Everything's shifting. Consciousness shifting. Lisa Holland Bowles. Good morning, Anthony, and season's greetings from San Francisco. Anaiki kuyaiki. Thank you. I love you. Thank you. Season greetings to you, sister. And thank you. I have not yet been to San Francisco, but I would love to. I loved California. We've been there twice for excursions to go out and explore. The first time was really amazing. We went out. That was, I think that was 2019, late 2019. It was before COVID. Mary and I went out late 2019. We rented a car. And, it turned out perfect. We rented like a cheap car. And what happened is when we get there, they let us upgrade into a Mercedes-Benz for $60 whole on the whole thing. Not $60 a day. Just add $60 to the bill. We'll give you a for this week of unlimited mileage. I think the whole rental was like $800. It was cheap. $800 rental for a whole week and unlimited miles. Maybe it wasn't that much. Maybe it was 600. It was really cheap. And then we ended up with a Mercedes, a really nice Mercedes, brand new one. And then we went on a nice trip where we pretty much rode the PCH all the way up. We went north and then came back inland and went to the giant forest. If you've never heard of the giant forest, check it out. There is one of the largest trees on the planet named the General Sherman tree. It is enormous, enormous. All the trees up there are enormous. We knew we were going to a forest. What we didn't know is this forest was on top of a mountain. We had to go up 7,000 feet before we could get to the forest. And when you get up there, it's like a plateau and it goes flat. The air gets dense, lots of oxygen, and you just pull in all these massive trees are there, and we could just feel it. And we just both started crying. It was just amazing. Beautiful spiritual experience. Got to go in and check out all the big trees and everything. It was fantastic. And then we pretty much drove. We stayed at a bunch of other places. Venice Beach, Bakersfield, San Clemente. We went all the way down to San Diego. And then back up into to leave. I think we went to John Wayne Airport, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure, but that was far out. So I enjoy California. I want to go further north. I want to go into San Fran. I want to go into Big Sur. I want to go into Joshua Tree. There's lots of places I want to see there. How about y'all? Have y'all ever been to California? I went to Candlelight with my grandma when I was looking Candlelight. My third eye started vibrating. Cool. That's good. Lisa says, I'm leaving for Maui in 2 hours. Yay! And a pineapple. Yeah, that's where the best pineapples are, over there in the islands. Awesome. Maui. That's somewhere else I want to go, Lisa. We met someone who's a good friend of ours. A good friend of ours who actually, she has a home and like a healing facility and things on Maui. So we're hoping we get there soon. It's all about abundance. Like, the thing is in the last 2 years, Mary and I have dedicated ourselves completely to what we're doing here. And as you know, we're mostly missionaries. Most of the work we do, like here, is for free. We're here to help people every way we can. So, there really isn't a vacation fund currently, but hopefully that will change, because we want to, we also are working on traveling, getting into other states to take our medicine. People love breath work and sound baths and movement and community. So these are the things we're going to bring out. Hi, Anthony and Mary. Hi, Che. How are you this morning? Rolling in a Mercedes down the PCH. We did. You covered a lot of ground in our fabulous state. I did. We went about 840 miles total. So, pretty much everywhere. So we came in at John Wayne Airport. We went up north all the way into the giant forest, then came back down into Santa Monica and Venice. I really enjoyed that place. I enjoyed, because we ended up going back again. We took our daughter again in 2020. Less than a year later, we went back to California. It was way different because this was then during COVID, post the beginning of COVID. It was in the summer after COVID. So it was different. The pier was shut down and things were different, but it was still so amazing. Plus, I just love to swim in the ocean. Wintertime ocean swims are the best by far. I love them so much. Yeah, I'm going to Puerto Rico in March. My Christmas present. Peru. I thought that said Puerto Rico. I'm going to Peru in March. My Christmas present. Are you serious, bro? That's so cool. Oh man, where are you going? That sounds fun. What part of Peru? Do you think someone with such hate can project a negative energy onto another person? No. The other person has to accept it. So you mean like if someone has hate, someone with such, because what is hate? Hate is fear. So fear is a frequency of the consciousness and mind. I mean, can someone else raise the fear in someone else? Of course. I can make you feel afraid, probably with my words, especially if you're unconscious and don't know what's going on. So, it's not that that person's energy overtakes someone else may mirror that energy, is more like what it is. So hate is, let's turn hate. What is it really? It's fear. And if the person projects their fear onto another person, this could make that person also react in fear. So it's not that their fear infects that person. That's third dimension thinking that energy is infectious in some sort of way. Nothing gets in or out unless you give it permission. Just like people are always talking about being offended. Well, guess what happens? You know what happens when you're offended? That's it. You're offended. That's all that happens. Nobody else is, just you are. But typically if people find things offensive, it has to do with about themselves. I don't really get offended. I don't really care what anyone says. I may, and there'll be like Facebook posts and stuff where people try to gaslight me and stuff. And what I'll do is I'll usually kind of calmly return the favor. And then, usually the person starts to understand what's happened. They're understanding that they're not shit. They'll usually try to project and try to, put it on me. But the thing is, it's never been about me. Why are you here projecting on my post? Things like that. So, yeah. So as far as energy, no one can actually project negative energy onto you. They can bring it up in the space, and it's up to you what you do with it. Impressive. Peru sounds fascinating. Why? It is. This is where the base of my shamanism resides. I get that question a lot. I'm always saying only if you allow it to affect you. Well, that's going to be hard for a third dimension mind to accept, because a third dimension mind is still very much in mode of separation. So that's where, those third dimension minds are always blaming other people for how they feel, or people like, I'm an empath, I can't be around other people. Well, no, you're an unhealed empath. You may be feeling other people's stuff, but where is the trigger? Where is the problem happening when you're around them? In you. So it's always about you. That's what we have to pay attention to. However you feel is about you, right? That's really what it comes down to. But people love to blame other people. You're making me mad. This is giving me anxiety. Like, that's the thing. People love to blame things. This gives me anxiety. Oh no, it doesn't. It can't give it to you. You have to choose to respond with it. That drives people just batty. Walk away, leave them where you found them, in love and light. Yeah, I don't find anyone anywhere. Usually people find me. And that is a good move. If you don't like something, it's the best thing you can do. Take away its only power, your attention. That easy. It's really that easy. Yeah, I love it. Great. We have some pretty intense things to talk about here. I'm really interested, Jasper, Sacred Beholder, where you're going in Peru. Are you going to Cusco? Are you going to go up and see? I mean, when I go, I haven't been to Peru yet. Not in physical form, not in this physical form. I travel there often in astral forms, but I've never been there yet in this physical body. And I would like to. I would like to go there. I probably won't go high up into the mountains where the Caro live. The air is very thin there, and it's a very kind of tough trek to get up there. But I definitely would like to go and visit Cusco. I like to see Cusco. I mean, that's even at a high elevation. Probably some other things. I would like to travel around and see the ruins, like Pacartambo and Sacsayhuaman and Pumapunku. Those all sound like cool things to check out. I would love to see the Nazca lines. I mean, there is so much. There's so much dense richness of ancient human technology down there. I would love to check it all out. Check it all out. Oh, you're going to Machu Picchu. Okay, that sounds good. That's the floating city, the city in the clouds. Very, 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 very. What's the word I'm looking for? Lots of tourists. It's heavily touristed. They used to do different things. So my teacher Don Zane, he used to lead, and he may again lead groups to Peru and to Machu Picchu and other places down there. He may again. So uh, I think Machu Picchu is cool. It's not going to be my first pick, but I can't wait for you to go there. I think you're going to love it. Machu Picchu. Bing. All right. Well, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give away healing. If there's anybody here that's in need of healing, state that you're in need of healing and tell me what you're in need of healing for. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a free little healing session away here is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do some free healing here today. So who's going to be the lucky person? I don't know. But what you have to do is you have to tell me that I need healing and then tell me what you're in need of healing for. And we'll go there. This is so true. I'm so happy that I found you and Mary. You guys helped me so much. Anthony, I'm very grateful to have you as my teacher. A Nike Kuyaki. Thank you, Miss Brianna. I love it. I'm in need. My ribs when I fell. All right. Well, I'm going to put you here on a list. Okay. Lulu. Lulu, what are you doing doing gymnastics? Huh? You gotta be careful out there. Rolling around. Yeah, be careful. I'm grateful too, Brianna. I'm glad. I'm happy to be your teacher, and you're a great being, and I absolutely enjoy. That's a great validating message. Very much. It never gets old, you know. I love that I have such a beautiful soul family and friends and students and you know labels, and I don't really care about people, others that are like me, to be here. And you know, it's every day. Like this morning before I came on the show, I usually get up in the morning and I do some breath. And I read my messages and emails for when I was sleeping. Oh, there's usually amazing questions. There's usually people just praising me, telling me they love what I'm doing and I've helped them so much. And you could never have believed that things could be this way for them. You know, or people I've helped them get rid of pain or illness. And like, I thought I was going to die. I never thought I could be healthy or without pain again. But the truth is if you're ready to let go, if you're ready to change, I can help you do anything. I can help you to manifest anything. I can help you to do absolutely anything. That's what kind of being I am. I'm a 1-3 personality, so I'm a seer. I can see and sense, I feel things. And then also I can project energy. I can bring in energy and give it to you. All you have to do is be open to receive it. And that's the thing. People often get it backwards. They get confused. They think it's up to the healer for you to heal. Well, it isn't. You can't be healed if you're not willing to receive the healing. And, you know, oddly enough, a vast majority of people are not willing to heal. They're not willing to let go. Often it has to do with, especially if they've had like a longer term, like chronic illness, like fibromyalgia seems to be a powerful one that people have a hard time shaking, is because they create a mental picture of themselves and that becomes part of their identity. The diagnosis becomes part of the identity. And then it comes down to the question, who would you be without your illness? If you were perfectly healthy, who would you be? You know, you always ask people questions like that. Like, here's another thing. You can ask a person who's wealthy or someone that works really hard and that's all they do is work, work, work and do. And then you can ask them, there's lots of people that do, they hide their pain behind doing. And then you ask them, who are you without doing? If you just sat still, who are you? Right. And then some people are like not really comfortable with that. And then, you know, that starts the work, that's shadow work. going into your shadow, starting to understand who you are. I'm so ready to share a channel with my soul family. Good. I'm looking forward to that. Laugh out loud. That's me trying to be young versus slowing down. Well, you're not your age, you're your energy. That's the truth. So if you're perceiving age and all those things, this is the story you're agreeing to in your mind. Just as I was pointing out to identity. When you identify with age, you're an age. That's what's going to happen. Whatever we identify with. And that's something they're telling me, Lulu, to point this out to you because it's something I'm aware of, that there's things that your mind completely identifies with. And when I try to put it in different information, it rejects it. I can feel it reject it. And that's okay. But this is something you just want to bring your awareness to. You're not getting older. These are ideas we have. Time. Remember, go back to time. Time's illusory. That's part of the program. You're made up of cells, and cells are actually eternal, regenerating things. Like no one cell in your body is the same cell that you had just even months ago. All the cells in our body die and regrow and die and regrow. When they don't, this is usually what creates senescent cells. Senescent cells are cells that are old and not reproducing properly. Also, health of our telomeres. This is the end caps potentially on the ends of our chromosomes. And as the telomeres, this is something that fails with age. And what they see, this has exactly everything to do with our mindset and how we connect into the field around us. This is epigenetics, where they're showing that, we were taught, I grew up in the late 70s, the 80s, the 90s, 2000s. We were taught that your genes, you're like a victim to your genes. Whatever your genes are, that's you have a disposition for this or a disposition for that. But what they know now is, your genes are just a blueprint. You are the contractor. Okay, that's some things. And what does this have to do with? This has to do with your environment, and not so much your external environment, more so your internal environment. So if we're able to bring ourselves into consistent states of parasympathetic dominance, meaning rest and digest mode, what happens is the body begins to heal itself, including the telomeres. This is called telomerase. So as you learn how to heal the mind and the emotions and the emotional past and all those things, we have the ability, and this also aligns to say the current work of like Joe Dispenza. We have the ability to turn on the innate built-in healing ability of the body. This also means that you will stop and or reverse age. I know this to be a fact because I myself aged backwards during my healing process from my terminal lung disease. And I don't feel in any way that I've aged since. I think I can go further is what can happen. But that was like a stage. And that's something Spirit's been showing me this next year coming in. It's going to be an even bigger transition, even bigger flow of energy. And that's going to be amazing. If I don't have my autism, I would not be a beautiful channel, and I would have to share it with my soul family. Well, that's not true. The autism isn't what gives you a channel. Autism is just a word. So that's what I'm asking you. Without the word, who are you? You're already a channel. You're already those things. So see, you actually did the backwards. You actually said, my diagnosis is who I am. Well, it isn't. That's not true. Autism is a word they made up. Autism is a word that they've made up for neurodivergence, for symptoms. And, that's why it's called a spectrum, because there isn't just one way it can be. It's neurodivergence. And neurodivergence is, I'm neurodivergent as well, right? That's a gift is what that is. It's actually a big gift. So what you stated, Brianna, is actually false and not true. Mind over matter. If you don't mind, it don't matter. Sometimes. How do we do that? Meditation. What's that? Telomerase. Grow your telomerase. Healing. So connecting, meditation is a great tool, but it's going to take a lot more than that for most people. I mean, later on. So three primary things that will begin to shift your mental construct is awareness, breath, and self-talk. As we'll do. And then deeper into that, neurological, psychological types of healing. Okay, so those will be the things. When you're saying healing, what else? Do you really think there's something else? Or is it that you don't understand what healing is? Most people don't. Let's talk about that. You brought up a good point there, Lisa. Healing. Healing? What else? Well, there's nothing else. That's all there is healing. What is healing? Most people confuse cure with healing because people think cure. I'm looking for a cure. And what is a cure really? That's a quick relief. Most people who confuse healing with relief, not the same thing. Relief is not healing, because there'll be people that come to me and they have pain, they have chronic pain, and I'll ask them, do you want to be healed? They're like, yeah, I just want this pain to go away. I'm like, oh, well, that's not healing. You're asking for relief. You're asking to escape. Healing requires you to take the information contained within the symptom and transform it, transmute it into energy, into usable energy for you. So it's an alchemy. What is healing? It's alchemy is what it is. You're taking water and turning it into wine. You're taking coal and turning it into diamonds. You're taking pain and turning it into love. All right. So I think it's really important for people to have a deeper understanding of what healing is, because symptoms are only messengers. Symptoms are messengers signaling for an internal change to be made. And what happens is if we don't follow the signal, which I didn't, and that's how it made me so very sick. I didn't know any better. I didn't have a shaman, a seer, and a sage I wasn't that yet. So I didn't have any guidance on how to handle those things. So I was just using the normal standard medical care system. And that just led me further down the trap, giving me the diagnoses and then essentially moving into a fourth level of lung disease, which is terminal, or what they call terminal. And the doctors asked him, can I heal from this? Can I recover? Like, yo, no, there's no cure for this. No cure. Because the cures are typically related to drugs, things like that, which aren't a cure at all. The medications will never heal you. You will heal you. Now, medications sometimes can blunt some of the symptoms to give you a chance to heal, but very rarely is that actually the case. Yeah, symptoms. Lisa said healing versus relief. Interesting. Symptoms are messages. Yeah, I've been working with lots of people. In the last 4.5 years, I've worked with 70,000 people in 48 countries. So my healing knowledge is vast, and I'm not sure that too many people around have that kind of experience. My experience is vast. It's amazingly vast, and I continue to work with it. So it's going to become more vast. And then so what it does, it shows me the depth of things, the depth that we all have the innate ability to heal. We have the innate ability to, if you have the innate ability turned on to heal, this means that you have the innate ability to stop aging as well, if you'd like to, if you want to. But see, for most people, that thought is, what it doesn't work for is, I'm afraid to age, so I'm going to try to mitigate it with this. Well, no, because that's fear. Most people are afraid of aging is really what it is. You don't want to be afraid of aging. You just want to accept that it's nothing I even have to consider, and if I am aging, that's what I'm meant to do, kind of thing. But most people, are seeking the fountain of youth because they want to be immortal, because they don't want to die. Well, the truth is you're already immortal and you're never going to die anyway. You're just not going to stay in this form. Okay. You're already spirit, and spirit means energy, and energy cannot be destroyed or killed. It can only be transformed, is really what it comes down to. But the greatest way to begin to step into parasympathetic dominance, okay, that is your rest and digest mode, and out of sympathetic dominance, the fight or flight mode, which is where we spend most of our time because of the incessant thinking and worry. To go into that space, the most powerful tool I know, and the primary tool that I teach, is control of your breath. Okay. Control of your breath. Now, this doesn't mean breath work exercise. This doesn't mean a breathwork session. The breathwork session is necessary for you to work with the musculature, work with the nervous system, and you're building the ability within your nervous system to respond. You're teaching the nervous system how to access different states of consciousness. As you learn that, you'll be able to let that pour over into your normal everyday life. And this is where, like, I teach people to always be aware of your breath. How often can you be aware? Can you, while I'm talking right now, can you become aware of your breath? Don't do anything with it. I just want you to watch it. And right now, I can feel there's a couple of you, at least a few of you now, that you're feeling your breath. And where's the breath going? It's not going into your diaphragm. Do you feel that? Do you feel how your chest is just rising and falling? So the idea is to bring your awareness and just use the diaphragm. This doesn't mean your breaths have to be fully expanded and huge, but just using the diaphragm, slowing the breath down. You can do that anytime, anywhere. One breath. That's all it took me. My whole body went, woo. I could feel my nervous system shift. One breath. Okay. It usually takes me 3, but now it's happening more and more with less breaths. It also depends on how elevated I am when I become aware of my breath. Now, if I'm already frustrated, something's happening, it's going to take me a few more breaths before I can get everything kind of to release and move. But when I'm already pretty calm like I am right now, 1 breath, 2 breaths, 3 breaths, and already it will shift the nervous system. Why is that? Because I've trained it for years, daily. I keep training it every day with my session, with my personal work, with my ritual to self. That's where you do the work, is in the session. But the real change happens out here in the world. When something pops up and you start to react and you say, I don't have to react. I'm going to first. So that's your awareness. Remember, awareness, breath, self-talk. The first thing is awareness. Do I need to be upset right now or overthinking or nervous or any of those things? Nope. I don't have to be, because I'm safe already. What's the next thing I do? I'm going to bring my awareness to my breath. Slow, deep breaths. Slow, deep breaths. You can do this real nonchalantly. You could be in a business meeting, fully engaged with someone who's talking to you, watching your breath. It's actually one of my favorite things to do, is to slow my breath down while I'm listening to someone, because then you really take in the information. And what this does is stops you from overthinking, because, sometimes someone's talking and then you're thinking of an answer or reply. This eliminates that. You're just focused on them and you're feeling them, And if your mind starts to wander, you bring your awareness back to your breath and paying attention to what they're doing. The more you practice this, the stronger it becomes. Okay. So hands down, do you want to have a healthier life? First is start a daily breathwork practice. Okay. Add that into your daily routine if you have one. And if you don't have one, build it first there. Start just by showing up for yourself. Watch one of our videos. There's plenty other people out there in the world that also teach breath work. But the thing is the way I teach breath work is a bit different. It's more of a focused respiration. Plus, I incorporate energy work with it. So some of the videos you'll get to see on our channel are very, very specific in how they work with you and your nervous system. Start a daily practice. Spend 20 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day even, breathing your face off. My favorite is I like to tell people, start with 3 times a day, 7 minutes each. You start with our beginner's breath work. The beginner's breath work, 7 minutes, really calm. I'm sitting in this little stream. I teach you smell the flower, cool the soup. Smell the flower, cool the soup. Very powerful tool for slowing everything down. And then I take you through like 3 rounds of like 30 breaths. And it's perfect. You feel really good afterwards. Start your day with there. Get one in the middle of the day. Do one before you go to bed. All right. That's the first step. There are so many other things I add from there. Okay. Two things that are really, really important: sunlight. Okay. Even if it's an overcast day, get outside. Okay. If you have the ability, if you can catch the sunrise, catch the sunrise. The first 30 minutes of sunlight is like mother's milk to your pineal gland and your brain. So good. There's so much science now showing how powerful that is. Also, the last 30 minutes, we call this sun gazing. But even during the day, just even if it's an overcast day, if it's cold, if it's winter, people are like, well, I don't go outside because it's winter. Well, you should change that right now. Even if it's snowing, I go outside. I like to go outside in just my swim trunks. I'll go outside, no shoes. And what I'll do is I'll ground myself to the earth. Grounding yourself to the earth is a very, very potent tool. And there's tons of research and science to back this up. This isn't just ideas of the hippie anymore. Barefoot hippies. Hippies are always right, because your bare feet touching the earth, the dirt, the sand, the grass, whatever the medium may be, what's happening is you're grounding your nervous system. Your nervous system is an electrical system, and every so often it needs to be grounded. Well, we're never grounded because we wear these rubber shoes. We're inside our house on our synthetic flooring and so on and so forth. So we're never really grounded. This also shows that it can change your pH. Okay. Going outside, putting your feet in the ground, slowing your breath down has been shown to alkalize your blood. Do you know there's no other way to alkalize your blood? Not the alkaline waters that they sell or alkaline diets or food. Those things do not actually alkalize you. There's only two things that actually alkalize you. One is diaphragmatic breathing, and two is grounding yourself to the earth. I know, it's crazy, right? So it changes your pH, and it's understanding what is pH. pH means potential hydrogen is what it means. So what happens is, and what they're able to see is when a person grounds, the oxygen molecules on the surface of the cell change position. This is how pH changes. It has to do with the position of the hydrogen molecule on the cell. And if you can change the position, the potential hydrogen to pH, we know already that there's vast health benefits to having a non-acidic or an alkalized bloodstream. It eliminates inflammation. How powerful is that? All right, I have pectus excavatum, which is basically a dip in the center of my chest. It makes it more difficult to move my breath from my diaphragm through my chest to my head. That's okay, but it's still doable. And you can work around it because it's in the center of your chest. Your lungs are over here. So you'll get plenty. I believe that lots of people have that. I think I even have that slightly. I have a small dip in the center of my chest. I have a half brother who his was really deep. And you can improve it. You won't change the dip, but you can change the way the lungs move. You're the one who really put me onto breathwork and has completely changed me. You can never preach breath enough, brother. A Nike Kuyaiki. Thank you. I love you. Thank you. I'm so grateful for the breath. It's a very, very powerful tool. Smell the flower, cool the soup is my favorite breath. It's one of mine. No doubt about it. All right, Lulu, if you're still here, nobody else has asked for healing. So, Lulu, if you're open and ready to receive healing, I just want you to type, I'm ready, and I'm going to work with you. I'm going to work with you, and we're all going to work with you. So I want to invite everyone that's here. If you want to be part of an energy healing, I invite you. I invite you to be here to do so. It doesn't require you to do anything. All you have to do is be here. But what we're going to do first is we're going to cleanse our energy field with our breath. All right, I'm going to show you how to clean your energy field. Yes, I'm still here and I'm open and ready. Okay, good. Lulu, the first thing we're going to do is we're all going to do a little energy clearing. We want to clear the path. Okay. You have a vertical column of light in the body. We all do. And, it can get kind of muddied up with, life. Let's just call it life. There's a billion different things that happen in life that create heavy energy that blocks up our vertical column. So what we're going to do is we're going to do first a quick energy clearing process. And then what we're going to do is we're all going to work together to facilitate some healing for Sister Lulu. Okay. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to open up sacred space. Okay. And I have a particular way I do it. My teacher has a way he does it, and I love his way. I've kind of taken that and I've adapted it to my way. So what I first do is I begin with bringing my hands here to prayer position, and I close my eyes. And we're going to start there, and your hands in front of your heart, and you're in prayer position. And what you're going to do is take in some slow, deep breaths. You're breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Blowing it away in through your nose. Blow it away. If you yawn, that's okay. It's good. That's your vagus nerve. Lower. Slow. And once more. Next, we're going to open up our luminous energy field. I want you to picture that above your head, right above your head, is a big round ball of light, about the size of a dinner plate. And what this does is this projects our aura, or our luminous energy bubble, or Paqo, as we call it in our tradition. And what you're going to do is you're going to breathe in. And as you breathe in, you're going to take your hands and you're going to poke them into that luminous ball above your head. And you're going to turn your hands out. And as you slowly exhale, you're going to expand the energy around you. Opening your energy field. Putting this beautiful bubble of light around you. Your beautiful energy field. And let your hands come back together in front of you, coming up. And then you're taking in that deep breath. Your hands move over your head, turning the fingers out, and just slowly and release your air. So good. Once more. And release it. So very good. Now we're all just going to relax. Let your hands be open, close your eyes, and feel. Feel now with that expanded energy field, you probably can feel that. You can feel the expansion in your field, the vibration. If you don't, if you're not that sensitive yet, that's okay. Use your mind's eye and disciplined imagination. Don't be afraid to create. Everybody has the ability to create and feel their energy. And now next, what we're going to do is we're going to call in some spirit and energy. And what I like to use is a bell. I use a little bell. And what I do is I ring this bell. And then sometimes I don't say anything. Sometimes I go into a Quechua prayer. Into the prayer of the Inca. But today I'm just opening up that space. And then what we can do is first we can call upon the energy of the earth. We're calling upon the earth. So we call the energy of the earth into the space. And then what we can do is the 4 directions. Okay. So the first thing I do is I call out to the energy lines and spirit and energy and life and the winds of the south. And I bring those here. And then I like to reach my hand out, and I'm reaching out to the winds and the energy and all of the spirits of the West, and I bring those here, the 4 corners. And then I'm reaching out to the north, and I bring it here. And then I'm reaching out to the east and bringing it here. Connected 4 corners earth, 2 more spaces, diagonal. This is the rainbow. Opening up the rainbow and all the spiritual guidance. And then last is heaven, God or creator. We call that Wiracocha, but you could also call it God or creator or essence or cosmos. And opening up. Woo! That one came. Wow. Good group. Woo! Hair stand up all over. Can you see that? Yeah. My hair standing up all over. Woo! Lots. Wow. Lots of energy coming in. So that's just feeling that energy. And we're going to do is we're just going to relax for a minute. And what we're going to do is a double breath. That's 2 sniffs, sighing out. And imagine you're breathing in all this energy. And as you're breathing, use your intention to call to you all that's divine. Call your ancestors, any spirits you work with. I'm going to call in Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, Shiva, all forms of light and energy. Bring it here. Ampui, ampui. Keep breathing. Doyara kayo. Oh, feels amazing. Whew. Feel all that energy coming in. Very good. Taking in a nice deep breath. Holding. And releasing. Next, now we open up our sacred space. We're going to clear our energy. Bring your awareness to the top of your head. And as you bring the awareness to the top of your head, you're going to invite in. I'm going to call in a column of energy. Ahaya! Samachakui Yampui! Calling in a beautiful column of light. And you're just closing your eyes and coming in through the top of your head is a beautiful column of light. It's bright, opalescent, fizzy, mostly white, kind of clear, a little bit of rainbow. And it moves through you. And it feels just like sparkling water in a way. It's fizzy. And you let it move through you. And as it moves through you, allow it to take anything that feels heavy, stuck, or stagnant. Any pain, any anger, any frustration. And as the light's moving through you, it's like a magnet, and it's taking all of the heavy energy that's in your entire space and bringing it into your center column. And it's bringing it down, down, down through your body, down through your chest, down through your belly, down through your hips and pelvis. And now it's running through the center of you, through your perineum, through your tailbone, and it's now plugging into the earth. And as it plugs into the earth, it begins to create a beautiful system of roots, of nerves. You can see this nervous system. It's almost like flowing lightning moving into the earth. And what you're doing is you're giving any heavy energy. So if you're holding on to any pain from the holidays, if you're holding on to any grief or anger or sadness or rage or depression or anxiety, just for now, let it go in that flow of light. Move the energy through, taking a deep breath. Breathe the energy in and whoosh, send it down into the earth. There it is. Deep breath. Energy comes in through the top and whoosh, you're sending all your heaviness through the bottom. In. Whoosh, giving it away. Giving it away. Whoosh, and relaxing. Allow yourself just to be in this flow for a minute. A flow of energy moving down. And if you just give me the permission, I'm going to move this down your body. I'm moving all this energy down from the top of your head, down your body. You can feel everything getting lighter. Oh, it's a cold. You can feel this coldness. Maybe your hair's standing up. That's all okay. Woo. Move it down. And as it goes down, we're thanking Pachamama and giving her our heavy energy. For her, our hucha, our heavy energy is like a sweet chocolate. Pachamama, please have our heavy energy. Take our hucha. Take our hucha and bring it back into the light of the surface, Pachamama. A Nike Kuyaiki, alchemy. You're alchemizing, putting yourself in flow. Now that you're in flow, you're open and ready to be able to do some healing. So what you're going to do is you're going to call in. I like to just open up my hands and I call to me. I call all spirits of healing. I call all spirits of healing, all spirits of healing, all energies and divine light of healing here. Bring your healing here to us. Ampui, ampui, ampui. Bring your healing here. Ampui. Yeah, and now it's starting to flow. I can feel it in my hands, my face, my chin. Feels amazing. Top of my head, back of my neck. I'm calling in this healing energy, and the healing energy is now here with us. Very good. Now, I want everyone else to kind of just stay in this meditative state. You can leave your eyes closed. I like to have my eyes closed, my hands open. And everybody that's here to help facilitate the healing, I need you to do nothing else except for be hollow bones. What you become is you become a perfect channel, a perfect absorber and radiator of energy. And it works so much better if you don't do anything. All I want you to do is just be aware and just feel. So don't try to give energy, bring energy. Don't try to do anything that will slow it down. We don't want to slow it down. We just want it to be in flow. So I want you just to set the intention. I am, say to yourself right now, I am healing energy, and I am a contribution to this healing. I am healing energy, and I am a contribution to this healing. I am healing energy, and I am a contribution to this healing. And taking a nice deep breath and release. And just relax. Everybody else relax. Lulu, I need you to answer the 3 magic questions. Where is your pain? What does it feel like? And right now in this moment, just this moment, on a scale of 1 to 10, how uncomfortable is it in this moment, with 10 being very uncomfortable? Where is it? What does it feel like? Scale of 1 to 10. Where is it? What does it feel like? Scale of 1 to 10. And while we wait for Lulu's response, just stay in your body. Feel your flow of energy still moving through from the top down. Your body's luminous and open, and your breath becomes slow. Everybody's breath is slow. Use your diaphragm, but slow. Let your belly rise and your belly fall. And your belly rise. And your belly fall. And your belly rise. And your belly fall. Your belly rise. and belly fall. Right side, ribs. Everybody just keep breathing. Lulu's pain is in her right side, ribs, upper level pain, 10. Okay, Lulu, I want you to bring all of your attention there to where the pain is. I want you to bring all of the focus into the dead center. Your eyes are closed, and Lulu, your breath is slow breathing. Good. And Lulu, I just want you to give me your permission. You don't have to type or do anything. Thank you. You're just giving me your permission to enter your field. That's it, Lulu. So right here at your back, I'm right in the dead center. And what you're feeling right now is it's probably intensifying because I'm grabbing hold of the heavy energy ball that's here. It's not so much the injury that's the problem. It's the heavy energy around the injury that's generating the pain. Pain is an emotional response. And Lulu, I can feel how you feel bad. You feel like you're not good or you're not smart or something along the lines of I'm not good enough because I've fallen. Lulu, everything's okay and it's perfect. It's just as it needs to be for you to get to where you need to go. And that's right here. Lulu, I want you to surrender in this moment. I want you to just let go. I want you to say out loud, God, I surrender. I surrender in this moment. And Lulu, it's also time for you right now to release your resentments and your fears and all other reactions to Yeshua. Yeshua is just a spirit. He's not a religion. So let go of the religion and embrace the power of this wonderful and beautiful teacher healer. He's here to help you. And that's why this is here. This all goes back to your first comments when again, I'm not big on Jesus. Well, he's big on you. He is you. When you say that, you're saying, I'm not much for myself. And what you're going to say right now to your back, to this ball of energy I have my hands on, Lulu, I want you to say, I love you. And as this happens, I can feel the tears starting to rise, Lulu. I want you to let those go. Don't hold on. I want you to let go of the pain, the anger, the anguish that you're holding on to. You're holding on to a lot, honey. And it's time for you to let go. Lulu, I want you to just say in your mind and in your heart, I'm going to give this heavy energy to Anthony and to all those that are here to help. I'm going to give it away. Lulu, I want you to bring all of your attention to wherever any pain exists right now. You're going to take a deep breath. And I know the breath's going to hurt. Take in a deep breath. Fill it up. And now I want you to squeeze into where the pain is as I slowly going to pull this heavy ball of energy from you. Let me have it. Say in your mind, I'm going to let Anthony have it. And you're going to let go in 3, 2, 1, blow it away. Yoksi, yoksi, mui, yoksi, pui. Oriana Rakai Oria Raya no ya no ya hi ya Hi ra hi or va ra na oya. Everyone taking a slow, deep breath. And slowly release. Ooh, I want you to just sit here in this flow of energy. We all have you surrounded in a big flow of luminous energy. Everybody just blanket Lulu. Imagine you're blanketing her with your greatest love. Lulu, feel all of our love. Feel as if we're all blanketing you in the soft blankets of love. And it's healing you, fixing your cells, changing the moment, bringing you into the present moment. And I can feel all the pains drifting away. It's draining away. Just let go. Just let go. Nike Koyaki. Thank you, great teachers. Heavy energy is a great and beautiful teacher, and we are so grateful. Thank you for showing us the way. Thank you for showing us the light. Thank you for the divine wisdom. Nike Koyaki. Or Pichai Sonkonchai. Munaisha Sopai. Lulu, I'm now going to send some light in. I'm going to take my Misha and I'm going to hold it to your side. Let the energy in. There it is, moving into the body. Lulu, you're saying, now I have fallen, but now I rise. Repeat that. Say it out loud. I have fallen, but now I rise. I have fallen, but now I rise. I've fallen, but now I rise. Let us all repeat. I have fallen, and now I rise. I have fallen, and now I rise. I have fallen, and now I rise. I am light. I am life. I am love. I am healing. I am softness and tenderness. I am snuggles and cuddles and soft pets. I am smiles. I am giggles. I am beautiful flowers on a beautiful hill. I am divine light. I am abundance. I am blessed. Anaiki kuyaiki. Amen. Hallelujah. Yes. Everybody, I want you to just take a moment just to give thanks and gratitude to the higher power, to whatever God is to you, or whatever the loving spirits of healing that are here with us. However you perceive or feel them, radiate from you gratitude. I am gratitude. Oh, thank you. Take the gratitude. Share the gratitude with the spirits, and they love it. It's like a hug, a beautiful hug. And as you send out that gratitude, they reciprocate and send it back. And I want you to drink in. The spirits are so grateful for us. They love humans. They love the work that we're doing. They're so proud of us all right here in this space. So many ancestors are here. Thank you. Thank you to our grandparents and great-grandparents and all those who have come before us. Thank you. Thank you for your divine guidance and wisdom and support. Thank you. Thank you to all the beings and spirits of the upper world, the middle world, and the lower world. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And Nike Kuyaki. Thank you. Thank you. And draw in that gratitude. And let it be with you as you slowly release. Blessed are the peacemakers, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Let's allow ourselves all to begin to come back to our body, slowing down the breath. Coming back into the now. Lulu, I want you just to kind of sit and stew in that energy for a little bit. And then as soon as you're ready, I want you to check in with us and let us know how you're feeling. Wow, that was really powerful. Thank you, Claire Clark. Oh, I'm sorry, Hazel, your internet's having a hard time. I hope you're able to at least connect to the energy. Please visit our website, book a session at thepositivepineapple.org. There are also gift cards available. If you have not yet experienced a one-on-one session, I recommend you do so. You can even go with a short mini session, a tune-up, that's only $60. Full sessions, which last between 2 and 3 hours, are $188, I believe. Very, very inexpensive for the kind of therapy you gain. What I will say is it won't stay that way for long. We are going to shift gears into some different things coming up. This means that we have to create vast abundance. All the other healers and people around us are always kind of asking us, why are you guys doing this stuff so cheap and all these things? Like, because we want to help as many people as we can. But we're coming to the point where we do realize and understand that we do deserve to be abundant as well. The healers of the world are actually changing this place. It's amazing to me that we go into a healthcare system, we go to a doctor that doesn't actually heal you at all. They just look at you and then they give you some medication and we pay them a whole bunch of money. Whereas healers, we actually can help you change your reality. Healers. So support your local healers. Help support us. Okay. Most of the work we do is like this. We're bringing energy into the world. Right now, all of us that are here watching this and all of us who will watch later, we just received energy of healing. And if you're sensitive, you really feel that. The thing is it doesn't end here. It starts here. It goes with you into the world. What I'm asking you is to help support our mission of healing. If you like what we're doing, if you like the energy, please give with the energy you wish to receive. This is called reciprocation. You're giving and receiving. I'm giving and receiving. And what this does is this keeps us everything in balance. It's very, very powerful. This also, your donations help others to receive healing. Because long as I can keep going, long as I can keep going on my path, I'm going to continue to help more people. And now it's nearing the end of the year. And at this point, we've been able to help facilitate healing and lifestyle change, mental change, for over 70,000 people in 48 countries worldwide. And we did that with your help. What else can we do? What else can we do? Help support our mission of healing. Every dollar counts. Thank you for your generous donations. We have many of you that are so, so helpful, have helped us in so many ways to help so many other people. And this is how it works. It's a team effort. I'm not asking you to dedicate your lives, as I have and Mary has, to this mission. I'm just asking for your help. Okay? If you do want to dedicate your life to this mission, I will help you to do so. If you would like to become a shaman, if you would like to learn more about shamanic healing and energy and mind and nervous system and life, if you would like to bring new levels of awareness and light into your life, I can help you do that. So far, I think there's somewhere total around 30 priests that I've had primary initiations with, and then I've had over 20 graduate my beginner's course of shamanism and are now shamanic priests. That was amazing. I can breathe with little pain at 5. When you were at my back, the color went green, then went back to regular purple. Anaiki kuyaiki. Yes, just continue. I can feel it, Lulu. It's still letting go. Keep going. Let your breath be easy. Feel your breath. Let it expand and contract. Wow, I feel like I'm going to puke, but I so much read it look like flame. Brianna, practice your grounding. And all of us can do that right now. We can take some of that energy and ground it. Great job, everybody. Look what we've done. We've helped someone go from a 10 plus pain to a 5. And that's going to continue to get lower because that's how it works. The energy works. It's still doing its job. All of us are receiving healing right now. I can feel all the cells in my body. They're quite happy and they're vibrating. They're full of light. And that's what you want to do, is you want to bring your awareness, close your eyes, picture, use your mind's eye and disciplined imagination. Picture all of your cells being bathed in healing light. And every cell, the 30 trillion cells that make up the universe that is you, and all the space in between them is being bathed in this light. It's so good and so exquisite. We're not bringing our awareness to vagus nerve again. As the light moves through, it activated my nerve. My arms are just full of light. All my hair is standing up. And what we're going to do is you're just going to bring your awareness. You're going to bring all that energy in your body, and you're going to bring it to your tailbone. And you're just going to imagine it. You're sending it through your tailbone, and you're connecting it to the earth. You're grounding. I'm grounding my energy. And then what I do is I like to go into a flow breath where I'm breathing in. Deep breath in. Push down into your tailbone and squeeze. And release. All the energy flow through, and now you're grounded into the planet. And Brianna, right now I could feel that. It just relieved all of your nauseousness. Now you're just in flow. You feel floaty and soft, and we all do. Great job. Let us all now, let's give light to Lulu, to our sister Lulu. Let's send light into her. Lulu, I just want you to relax. I want you to let your breath be slow, and I want you to say out loud in your space, God, I'm open and ready to receive light, or great creator, or whatever word you want to use to the higher power. I'm open to receive the light of my soul family. And then what we're going to do is we're going to call in the unmanifested light of Kanchai. Kanchai is a very, very powerful light to bring in. We're going to bring it into all of us. And how we do this is we're going to chant softly the word Kanchai. And it sounds like Kanchai. Okay, so taking a deep breath. And we're calling out Kanchai. Kanchai. 2 more. Conchai. Once more, sing along with me. Conchai. Oh, yeah, di Conchai Kuna. Conchai Kuna. I send the light to all of you. Drink it in. Imagine all the pores of your skin are just drinking in this beautiful light, this beautiful grand light. Notice its temperature, its texture, its weight. Let it permeate into your body, and it's beginning to fill in. Fill in all of your muscles and bones and organs, filling into everything. And now that it's all filled into everything, we're going to take in a deep breath. And you're going to squeeze your entire body. You're squeezing all the light. And then what I'm going to tell you to do is send it out. You're going to blow out like a spear and send it to Lulu. Lulu, say, I'm open and ready to receive. Say it. I'm open and ready to receive. Everyone else, squeeze. Send it. Send the energy to Lulu. There you go. Ha! Almost knocked you over, Lulu. We don't want any more injuries. Let that all in, Lulu. Let it all just blend in with you. Let it all just blend in with you. There you go. And Lulu, I'm just going to work on your back just a little bit more here. I'm going to work some energy right here into little spaces and muscles here of your back. And what I'm doing is I'm just sending some healing energy into your ribs. You have a little issue here with your rib. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to send some energy. Beautiful. Healing. Beautiful, beautiful. Great job, everybody. Let's take in a deep breath. Hold your breath. Feel your breath. Release. Taking another deep breath. Really feel it fill up in you. Feel it. Release. And once more, deep breath. And release. And let's give our thanks to all the spirits and energy that have come here today to work with us, to help us, to bring healing to us, to our sister Lulu. And Nike Kuyaiki, thank you. We love you, to all the beings of light energies and frequencies that have come into this space to help us facilitate healing, not only individually, but collectively. We are so grateful. We ask that the higher powers help us to spread this energy into the world and help us to become beacons of light and distributors of love into the world around us. Great God, great master of the universe, great creator, creatress of all there is. We are so grateful for this human experience. We are so grateful for your presence and the presence of all of our energies and angels that are around us. We are so grateful. Anaiki kuyaiki, anaiki, to the Holy Great Spirit. Thank you so much for your divine wisdom and guidance in helping us along our journey. Anaiki kuyaiki. Anaiki kuyaiki. Thank you to all of our ancestors and all other beings of light, energies, frequencies, spirits, gods, goddesses, all with and without form, seen and unseen. We thank you. We are so grateful. Help us to continue on our journey and our path. Help us to continue to enlighten our minds and our consciousness and bring healing into our bodies. We are so grateful. Anaiki kuyaiki. Arpichai, 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 a dove, a dove, a dove, Sonkolai from our hearts. Very good, everybody. Let's take in a big, great big breath, and we're going to gather up all of our energy. Gather it over your head and run it down. Run it down through you and back into the earth. and we're making a circle. And as it goes into the earth, it rises back from the earth up around us into the heavens. And we're going to gather it all up, bring it over our head, and bring it down into your body. Woof! Lots of energy, hair standing up, loud vibrational sounds, ears ringing. Take it all, bring it all over your head, and bring it down your body. Nike. Very good. Very good, everybody. That was powerful. That was one of the most powerful, like virtual healings I've ever done in a group. My hair just won't sit down. I have goosebumps all all the way up here on my arms, like my whole body feels just illuminated and alive. I feel wonderful. I want to thank you all so much for your contribution and your energy in this space. And I hope that you can feel the light and love that's in you. And again, this is just the beginning. It continues with you. All you have to do is remain calm. Calm is a superpower, okay? And it's not easy. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm saying it's easy. Just be calm. I'm saying start telling yourself in your mind, I'm calm. Start programming your mind. Awareness, breath, self-talk. I'm aware that I want to be calm. Okay. If I'm aware, that's the first step. Second is my breath. Self-talk. I'm calm. I enjoy the feeling of calm within my body. I am stillness, calmness. See, if you start doing that, it starts to become your reality, because whatever you believe and whatever you think is what you will perceive in this reality. Angela O'Connor, AOC. Good morning, Anthony. I'm feeling really grateful for your show this morning. Thank you, Angela. I'm grateful for you. I have a question. I hope it makes sense. Since time is illusory, how do you set goals when you want to make change? Instead of 1 month, I want to accomplish X. I want to make a lot of shifts. Well, you can use that for planning. I mean, time is illusory. You just don't want your mind and everything to run on that. It's also understanding, it all depends on what your goals are. Like I'm all about setting goals, but I don't usually put time limits on things. Because what that does is either you're rushing it or you're missing something. So, this depends. You're asking me too generalized of a question. You're saying, I want to accomplish X. Well, then accomplish it. What's time got to do with it? Why, that's all stuff the ego does. I have 1 month to do it, deadlines and things. I mean, those are for work. That's for the matrix. If you want to accomplish something, do it. That's what I would say. If there's something you want to do, if you have a goal and, these are internal goals and things you want to change in your life, just do it. Start to do it. Start now and start doing it. Great question, though. I hope that helped some. I would have to be more specific. Like, what's the goal? What do you want to do? And then we would take that apart. We would break it down into smaller pieces. Good morning. Good morning, Tumshuk. And then it's also awareness, breath, self-talk. So it's taking me, one of your guides is talking to me and it's telling me about your awareness, your breath, and your self-talk. What do you want to happen? That's your awareness. What do I want to happen? What do I need to do for that to happen? It's not usually what do I need to do? What do I need to let go of is what it's saying. Telling me to tell you, what is it I need to let go of to get to where I want to be? Mm-hmm. Good morning. Good morning, Tom Shuck. Lulu, I want to say it was amazing. I was in a vortex there for a while. And yes, at the moment, my chair went back and a rainbow of colors hit me. Yes. Yes, you're divinely favored, sister, no doubt. I got chills down my spine, the back of my neck, and my hands are cold. My hands just warmed up. They were freezing. The rest of my body still. And I have a heater on behind me and everything. So crazy. Oh, yeah, amazing. Isn't it amazing what we're capable of? What's really possible out here, what we can do? I mean, it's really something else. All right, buddy. This has been a long stream today. I've been on for almost 2 hours, but I wanted to make today special. It's the day after one of my mentors' birthdays. I know it's not, Jesus's real birthday and all that stuff. It's a representation, a ceremony is what it is. And over the last few years, I went from atheist to very much loving Jesus and his teachings. Again, don't get that confused. People get that confused. If I mention Jesus, the first thing the mind tries to do is they try to make it religion. No, I'm not a follower particularly of the Christian religion, okay? There are truths within it, just as all religions. I'm an omnist. I understand that all religions contain truth. No one religion is all truth because, they've been indoctrinated by men, by man. But the underlying message, it's the message, and even if you just can't get on board with Jesus, don't pay attention to that. Pay attention to the message. The message, love thy neighbor as I love thyself, right? Think about that. Okay. And just as he told you, when the Pharisees came and asked him, where is this kingdom of your father? It's like, behold, the kingdom of my father won't be seen or heard here or there. No one will be able to point to it, for the kingdom of heaven is within. That's one of the greatest teachings there are. One of the greatest teachings of Brother Yeshua. A Nike Kuyaiki. A Nike. Thank you. I love you, Yeshua. Thank you. And thank you to all ascended masters. There's so many ascended masters that you can connect with energetically in the field because death is illusory. Nobody's actually dead. Okay. I'm going to keep telling everyone that, even if you don't want to believe it, even if it makes you feel better to think that death is real. It isn't. I'm sorry. It isn't. It's a lie. It's been a lie that's been perpetuated to you by society. Why? Because it keeps you afraid. If you're afraid of death, guess what? You don't live. I never am afraid of death because I live fully. Okay? Death is an illusion. Your energy, your living energy. You're not going to stay this version forever. Nothing does. Everything changes. The leaves will fall off your tree too, eventually, and that's okay. But never have fear. We never die, and none of them are gone. If there's people that have left their bodies in your life and you're hurting and you're missing them, close your eyes, open your hands, slow your breath, and ask for them to be with you. And don't sit there and try to pay attention to your hands and look for them to be with you. Let them be with you in your mind. They come to you in your visions and your thoughts. Thoughts are energy forms. Open your hands. I'm asking right now for my Uncle Bob, come to me now. And as I do that, I can feel his hands touch my hands. I can sense and feel him smiling. There's a picture happening inside of my mind. Use time to do that. This is how you generate connection to your spiritual guidance. Through being still and opening your heart and being not afraid to engage your disciplined imagination. I know they told you when you were children that it's just your imagination. Well, it just isn't that. It's energy. It's living energy. That's kanchai, unmanifested light. It's meant to develop with us. We have not developed our ability to envision. Use time to envision. If you're sitting there all the time in your mind creating negative possible outcomes, you might as well take the time to sit there and allow yourself to, one, create positive possible outcomes, and two, awareness, connecting to the energy and the beings that are around you. If you miss your grandma because she left her body, call grandma to you. Open your hands. I'm calling my grandmothers, both of them. And as they come, they both, one on either side, they have their hands on my back. And they're smiling at me. And they're letting me know that they're proud of me. Thank you so much, my divine feminine light. You're never alone. You're never alone. You're never alone. I love you all. I love you all so much. Let's see. My feet are very cold too. Hi, Shifu. I only tuned in about 10 minutes ago, so I missed most of what happened. But as soon as I tune in, I can feel the energy virtually. Yes, I can feel yours. Thank you for being here, Shifu. You're always here in spirit. I feel you all the time. Thank you. How awesome. I wish I caught the live at the beginning. Thank you for what you've done for us today. Now, so the cool thing is, Claire, is these are all recorded. So just visit us on the YouTube, and there's tons of them. I have tons of them. Some of them have thumbnails where something profound happened, and every once in a while I'll generate a description in the thumbnail talking about something that happened in here. Okay, but they're fun to watch. They're great. I do different stuff all the time. This healing hit me hard and I started crying. That's okay. Let it happen. Okay, you're doing fine, doing great. Thanks, that helps. I'm excited to create more abundance for myself, get healthier, lose weight, and take better care of my home space. To this, I'm going to choose change over comfort. A Nike, good. Well, I'm always here to help. Okay, and we can always go deeper if you're ready for your next session and going deeper into that. It's time. We can do that. It's time for me to level up. There you go. I hope you have a great day. You're an awesome teacher. Thank you, Angela. I appreciate that. I love you. How do you know if your dreams are real? Tom, didn't I just explain this? Have you not been listening? Here, let's. Tom, you just did the thing that I just told you that conditioned people do. They chalk things up to my imagination, real or imagination. Is your imagination not real? It is. It very much is. Where do you think it comes from? Your ability to imagine. Source. It's God. Thoughts are energy. Your imagination's energy. Think everything that's ever created. Where does it come from? Imagination. Very real. So that's the whole thing is as we transition into higher stages of consciousness, we have to break away from that childlike understanding that's been grafted upon us that like your imagination, oh, that's not real. Well, they told you that because if you learn how to use it properly, you become free. You can connect with spirit, the spirits that are all around you. You can call in all kinds of information to help you create into the world. Yeah. So I guess the first thing is Tom, is you have to become into awareness that imagination is the gift to create image. It's a gift to create image. Use it. For example, I had a dream that didn't make sense. Who didn't it make sense to? The conditioned mind, the ego. Well, of course not. It's not everything's meant to make sense. Like, make sense. I feel like you haven't listened to anything I've told you. I feel like mildly frustrated. Like you haven't heard anything I've said. How do I handle that? So see what happens. It's good though, because the frustration is me. That has to do with me. I'm frustrated because then what my ego is saying to me is, you must not be a very good teacher. Well, that's not true. This guy just isn't listening. That's okay. Listen, for example, I had a dream that didn't make sense. Sense to who? To your conditioned mind that tries to make sense of everything? That's not how it works. Dreams are energy. My friend, this too is a dream. This too is a dream. This too is a dream. Row, row, row your boat. Okay. We already know. So we have scientific evidence now that's proven that this reality is non-local. Non-local reality. What does that mean? That means that in a physical sense, it's not real. But that doesn't change the fact that the experience is real. Okay? That's the thing. It's bringing your awareness. You have to start bringing your awareness and feel about it. What's trying to make sense of the dream? Your thoughts, your thinking. Feel the dream. It's not what you've seen. It's not that. Even with signs, people are always like, what's that mean? What's that sign mean? I saw this or that. What's that mean? I saw these repeating numbers. What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? The ego searches for meaning, assigning meaning to everything. Try not to assign meaning. Try to feel your lifetime. That's going to be your first step, is going to feel your life, feel your dream, experience your dream, and feel your dream. That is where the answer is. Thank you for sharing your healing energy with us. And for your teachings. Thank you, Sister Alana. I appreciate you. I love you so much. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you all so much. 2 hours, 2 minutes. That's amazing. Amazing day. I hope everybody had a beautiful time here this morning. I sure did. I hope you've received the healing. Again, please help support our mission of healing. There's a bunch of different places to donate in the description of the video, or you can just visit our website. I recommend doing that too. Head over to our website, thepositivepineapple.org, and check out what's going on. I want to thank everyone for your generous donations. And I want to remind you to breathe and be love. Breathe and be love, friends. I love you all so much. I hope you have a beautiful day. I'm so excited. Well, you're a little too late, Benjamin. This is the end of the show. I invite you to come back Tuesday. I'm on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if it calls to happen at that time, I will definitely help you with the healing. But in the meantime, if you need personal assistance, I do personal healing sessions. Okay. And I'm picking something up from you, Benjamin. There's something kind of heavy that's lurking there. The heavy energy is also there. It's there because it's connected to some unresolved data. Some people call this trauma. Benjamin, if you'd like to go deeper, I'm here to help. Follow me on Facebook. Visit our website. All those things are in the description of the video. You can check that out. I love you all so much. I hope you have a beautiful day. And I will be back on Tuesday. Keep your eyes peeled for all the new stuff we're doing, all the new events and things we're doing. We'll have lots of online events this year because we're doing everything we can to grow a bigger global community. And so we're going to use technology to our advantage to do so. Taking a nice deep breath. Bring it in. Hold it. And out slow. Have a beautiful weekend. I love you all so much. I'll be back later. Bye.